Yeah. Sounds good. The question is, how do you keep over people on? Right, exactly. That's the that'll be some film on. Oh yeah, I think we were seeing that in the chat for the live stream. Nice. While it was going on. So, it's live streaming right now. Keep going. Might as well. Yep.
I mean, how hard is it to work a flipping argument?
If you're just tuning in, we just got some bad service. Stand by. It'll come back on as soon as they get past this little rinky-dink area. And yeah, it's going to be live all day. Thanks to Owl Media and, of course, our friends. We are part of Owl Media, and we're our friends also closer to the edge. I believe that I know Sons of Liberty is down there, and I believe that we may even have Rook down there today. But this will be back up. We're broadcasting live, and we're so thankful to be a part of our media and happy that they're there. So as soon as they get past this bad service, it's going. So here's what's going on today. First, it is indeed at Mar-a-Lago. It's not a joke. That's where they're going. Tim Cash has got a comedy show going on first, and all kinds of hilarity going on there. He's going to be telling the jokes, going to be going in, and then they're leaving from the comedy show to literally Mar-a-Lago. Literally going to Mar-a-Lago to protest in front of Donald Trump's doorstep. And I do believe that he's supposed to be in Florida somewhere giving the announcement of his ambassador, special adjunct to the Americas initiative. The one he fired, Kristi Noem, for to become the head of, or to be an ambassador for now, or a special envoy. Yeah, he's supposed to be announcing that in Florida. So I'm guessing, I'm hoping that he's going to announce that at his golf club at Mar-a-Lago, and he'll be there at the time, just in time to see Cliff Cash, Our Media, and Closer to the Edge, part of Our Media, and a gang of other people, you know, telling him how they feel about the bombs in Iran, and about the fact that now that we figured out that the actual bombs responsible for destroying that girls' school were American. Yeah. I have a feeling that they're going to maybe ask him questions about, when he plans on moving the fuck out of his illegally gotten place of residence at 1600 in Washington, and moving back into his Mar-a-Lago place, and letting his wife free herself from the contract and go live in New York with their son. I mean, I'm sure they're going to hear about that. And if I know Cliff, he's going to probably talk about how everywhere around Mar-a-Lago is a shit stain. It's a shithole country. How there is no money for anything else, and people are homeless all around it, and how the place is full of garbage, because it seems that the only place that gets resources around Mar-a-Lago is Mar-a-Lago, and the rest is a shithole place. I'm sure if I know Cliff Cash, he's going to mention that. So while we're waiting for them to get back out of bad service, I'll give you that stuff to think about. Now, I'm not going to stay on here long. I'm going to just leave it up once they get back on, so you can see live for yourself. They've literally just been live the whole time. And of course, once we decide to finally put it on, is when they hit a bad spot. That's how it works. That's how it works. But I'm not going to end this live stream. I'm going to keep it on. They will be back on shortly. So until then, I'm going to show you some of what we got Cliff Cash saying, and how we know exactly what to expect when he gets there. He's had an entire show with us telling us exactly what he will do when he, and we're going to show it to you now. And I'll be waiting to see when that live feed comes back on. They did say they were in a bad area. So as soon as they come back on, we'll be there. Enjoy this. And our first guest is the one and only Cliff Cash. He's a comedian, an activist, and an environmentalist with an outspoken political voice.
His rise in the comedy world, clubs, festivals, touring.
But how I really know him was from his activism, right? Like he was with the Sons of Liberty. I've worked with him on Political Drain. He's with Jessica Denson. And for the most part, he is one of the most outspoken and heartfelt activists for the veterans, okay? He's not afraid to say what needs to be said. And I'm just so happy to have you here. Cliff Cash, how are you, my friend?
Thanks for having me, man. I'm great. How are you doing?
We're happy to finally get this podcast on the way. We're happy that you're our first guest. And before we get into anything more serious, I just have a very, very serious question to ask. Since when were you a nature photographer? What is that? I did not know this.
Yeah, man. I actually sell my nature photography at my shows.
Are you serious?
Yeah, when I started touring and getting serious about stand-up, I kind of decided, so talking, when you're going into something that you want to succeed at, try to meet people that have already succeeded at it and pick their brains kind of deal. So I was trying my best to surround myself with people who were already doing stand-up comedy professionally and just kind of like trying to get an idea from them, what to expect, some pitfalls, things like that. And everybody pretty much said the hardest parts are the travel, and the money. And because until you're a big name, it's not lucrative at all. And the travel can really, really wear you out. Different city every day, different hotel every day. So I decided to try and battle those two things. I got a vehicle that I could sleep in to try and save money on not staying at hotels. And I got really serious about, instead of trying to keep miles off of a vehicle or sell a vehicle regularly enough to not have some insanely high mileage vehicle, I decided I was going to intentionally try to put as many miles as I could on this vehicle. So I basically just lived in this station wagon, and I would stay on tour sometimes for 5 months at a time. And in between shows, I would go find free places to camp out in the national forests and state forest, and you can go any national forest in the United States. I'm sure with some exceptions, but for the most part, you can go and sleep for 2 weeks. That's the rule. After 2 weeks, they want you to move somewhere else, but nobody really monitors that. So unless you're not being a shithead, you can set up camp, and you could really just move from national forest to national forest for the rest of your life in a vehicle and live for free if you wanted to. But anyway, I was seeing so much beautiful nature that I thought it was kind of selfish to not try and capture it, to not share it with people. So I started taking pictures I never had in my life. Never even took pictures of like events or family, friends, nothing.
Yeah.
And I got serious about it, and I started posting them on social media, and people started asking to buy them. And that was probably, I don't know, 9 or 10 years ago. And I've sold thousands. I mean, they're hanging in people's houses all over the country. So it's cool.
Wow.
That's a long answer to a short question.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect. That's the name of the podcast game. Talk. Keep on talking. But I like that. So I think that has a lot to do with this creative side in you, right? The artist, as a musician myself, I'm finding myself, if I'm drawing, I take it serious and I would go deep into it. If I'm doing editing, if I'm doing video, all of a sudden it becomes something that I have to do fervently, right? So it sounds like that's just the artist side of you. Interesting. I had no idea. Now.
Okay. Looks like we finally got our live feedback. I bring it to you guys right here, live feed straight from Florida. Here we go.
Church that we walk across, and it was actual mag. That's the mag. Yeah, well, that's why I told the whole thing where the event was happening. He didn't put it.
I should. Probably, man.
I mean, have you brought it? I don't see ice yet. Just beach over there. There's one beach right here. It's a combination of 5 different jurisdictions all at once. The Coast Guard's got the grave. They didn't like us. They put everything up heavy. Okay, so we're clear on all of that. Good to go.
Okay.
Find out why there was there is very wet. Don't fuck with any of them. Leave them alone. Don't even have to wave to them. Give props to these guys that are out here sweating their asses off for us, because this is not the group of cops. They trample the shit out of our They do not like them. Okay? This guy does not pay his bills in this town, and they're running overtime, and they're not home with their families. They're out here because we're doing this shit right now. Okay? So give them a little bit of props.
I was just gonna say, you two big bastards at the front will spread these safety, spread the marshals out. Listen up, spread the marshals out evenly throughout the whole group. We want one medic at the front. We got it. And we want the medics to spread equally. Guys at the back, so you guys kind of be halfway. We want medics and marshals spread out, peaceful, non-violent. If anybody fucks around, you just kind of ignore it. Hey, sorry you worship a pedophile. Turn your back to them. Box them out. We got big ass people here watching us, so nobody's gonna fuck around unless they're real stupid. These people are cowards. They only attack crowds of teenagers. Remember that.
All right, guys, one last thing. When we get over there, we're going to own this shit, okay?
Yeah.
So just keep it tight. Please get us across the street. Let them close down what they have to. When we're over there, it's all us. We got locked down all the parking spaces. Okay? So we're not even having mega monster trucks. We're done with those guys. Yeah.
Do you want this sometime?
Spread the word. Keep it
This sometime? Definitely be one of this sometime.
Yeah, thank you.
And let's have fun. Let's have a good time out there.
Yeah.
Good time, guys.
All right, everybody, we're about to move. Just hold tight for just a second.
Sorry.
Charlie.
Yeah, go ahead on the crosswalk, yeah. We're gonna pass.
They're gonna have us go on the other side of the street, and that's where we're gonna be marching.
He's right.
Does anybody have any questions? Thanks so much for my loud ass. I really appreciate it. Here we go. I have been told that I can only for today. We all trying to get ours.
Cliff, you want to trade your F-5?
What you got in there?
We don't know.
Like for mine though, because I'm all the time. Oh, there's Dave. There's
Hey! Oh! Donald Trump has got to go! 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 Donald Trump has got to go!
Oh, Donald Trump has got to go.
hey.
Donald Trump has got to go!
Donald Trump has got to go.
Donald Trump has got to go!
Hey.
Oh.
Ho. Danger, there's a tunnel in the White House.
Danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Need help?
Danger, there's a pedo in the White House. 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 Danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, there's a danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's some treason in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a treason in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. No KKK, no fascist in the USA. No ICE, no fascist in the USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist in the USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist in the USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA. No ICE, no KKK, no fascist USA.
Yeah, lots of thumbs up. Lots of thumbs up in his own town. Lots of thumbs up in his own town. Lots of thumbs up in his own town. Because even his own town knows he's a fucking pedophile. Did you get the future?
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, my
incredible
voice
shot.
is
Already.
definitely gonna be gone tomorrow.
What does democracy look like?
This is what democracy looks like.
What democracy looks
So that's another chance. Whose streets?
Our
Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Whose streets? Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
There's a pedo in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's some treason in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's some treason in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a pedo in the White House.
Oh, look, it's some pedophile supporters.
Danger,
We got some pedophile supporters. Oh, look, it's some pedophile supporters. There's some pedophile supporters right here. Dumbass pedophile supporters. Fucking Nazis. You like chasing people in the concentration camps. Fucking losers. Fucking losers. Fucking losers. Fucking losers. Fucking pedophile supporters. Fucking pedo supporters. Fucking another pedophile supporter right here. Baby Nazi. You fucking Nazi ass pedophile supporter. Look at this fucking clown. Look at this fat fucking clown, you fat fucking Nazi pedophile. Yeah. Fucker! Baby fucker! Baby killer! Baby fucker! Baby fucker! Ouch! My feelings! Baby killer! Baby killer! Baby killers! Baby killers! Baby killers! Baby killer! Baby killers! Baby killers! Illegal is illegal! Illegal is illegal! Illegal is illegal! Keep it moving! Keep it moving! Keep moving, guys! Go! Keep moving! Go! Go! This is a peaceful protest! Danger! Danger! There's a terrorist! Killers! Baby killers! Baby killers! Baby killers! Baby killers! Why you fucking Nazi fat ass pedophile? You fucking Nazi! Stop protesting pedophiles! The president is a rapist! Let that pedophile think a little harder, you white trash piece of dog shit! Baby killers! Baby killers! Baby killers! Shut up, you fucking piece of shit Nazi! You fucking piece of shit Nazi! Look at you, what you got? You're a pedophile. Shit out of my face. You're a fucking Nazi. You're supporting the innocent in concentration camp. Look, you just fucking assaulted me. You just fucking assaulted me. You did it fucking again. I'll remember your fucking face, you dumbass. Hey, anybody else? Baby killer! Anybody else? Baby killer! Shut the fuck up! Baby killer! Go waste time with this track. Baby killer! Ignore the morbidly obese pedophile. Hey! Hey, that.
Hold on 1 second.
If you remember when you talked to Lovely Son.
Nice, man. Good job, buddy.
Wait, you know what?
No, I'm not part of that. They're called the Black Party. Black Panther Party. And so they sang us. What is it? It's Section 4 that states that when you can impeach not only everybody, because that's revolution always has to be firearms. Vote, and you actually remove the imperialists of the faction. So that's where we are right now. We're at the ballot. I'm launching something nationwide called Free to Vote to get young people involved with the voting process. It's the ballot now. But we know Jefferson talks about 1766. We talk about 1676, which is the Bacon Rebellion, where black slaves and white slaves got together in this country and they fought the ruling class. But unfortunately, that was also the birth of racism. There was no such thing as race before 1676. It was 1676 at the Bacon Rebellion, where black slaves and white slaves got together to fight the ruling class. And after that, they said that this can never happen again. So they created the concept of race. But not only was it the concept of race, what became racism? What became white supremacy? And what became a racialism? Well, our ancestors. I am a survivor of one of the oldest Holocausts in the United States of America, known as the Ma'afa, the Black Holocaust. And what is happening to our brown brothers and sisters who are being all over this country, beaten and abused and all sorts of horrible things. It's a form of ethnic cleansing and genocide. And that's what it is. What ICE has done. We don't care if Kristi Noem is removed or not, because of the fact the madness continues, the fascism continues, the racism continues, and we stand up against that by any and all means necessary. Yes.
And what is your name?
I'm Dr. Ali Muhammad, MD. That is ALLI. Last name MUHAMMAD. I'm the national leader of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party.
Thank you for being out here.
It's therevolutionaryblackpantherparty.org.
Oh yeah. Thank you for being out here. We appreciate that.
All right. Let's go behind all these cars.
Yeah.
And just find there's a crack in the ground. Barely you can see where the line up straight across. If any cars are going to go, if they need to, we got to let them out. Don't let anybody in. Don't get any cars. So, no, we're stuck. We're stuck. We get to go in front of it in the rear of the cars all the way down. Great lift. Do you see what I'm doing?
Yeah, that's why I came over. Well, I was looking for you because I'm tired of lives. I just want to film stuff. But you got it. You got it.
Okay. Get this camera because this
Is that working?
it's about to die, but it's still working.
Oh, okay.
One thing I don't understand about America.
Jenny, what is his role?
That's what democracy looks like. For the rights of the people.
I have liquid IV, I have water. Anybody that needs anything, let me know. I might be broken.
What's up, Larry? How you doing, man? Good to see you. Yep. Just another day. Yep. Right?
There ain't no like people. It's very important what we're doing today. We are all standing against fascism. Fascism has no limits. None of us is off the hook. Fascism has a tier system. At the bottom of the tier system are white people in marginalized white communities. Above that is white women. Above that is LGBTQIA. Above that is other immigrant communities, Asians, Arabs, things of that nature. Above that is Latino, Latinx. Above that is black people. It has no limit. What happened to Renee Good showed us that it has no limit. What happened to Alex Bertin showed us that it has no limit. What happened to Silverio Gonzalez in Chicago, Illinois shows us that it has no limits. And I just came back from Atlanta traveling there for what is apparent lynching of Kyle Wasanka, a young black male, 21 years old, found hanging from a tree. The tree is 100 feet in the air. He was found February 18, 2026. And in Grand Rapids, Michigan, Taquan Johnson was mauled by a police dog just riding on his bicycle. The police dog mauled him, and then they shot him 44 times and executed and killed him on the spot. And then on the 19th of February, right in Osceola County in a Walmart, 16-year-old Jarius Jones shopping was killed by a police officer. Young black boy, 16 years old. What we're saying is that there's fascism. Fascism uses the tools of sexism, so it actually stops the empowerment of women. Women have autonomy over their own bodies. Nobody can tell you what you can do with your body. People. All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
All power to the people.
Women power. And this is International Women's Day, Women's Recognition Day, Women's Day, for which day a special word for the women who are here. You allow no one, especially the orange bastard who stays out there, to tell you what you can do. You are a human being. You are your own person. You have your own identity. You have your own character. There's no one who can tell you what you can do or cannot do with your own body. Let me hear you say, all power to the people. All power to the people. No human being is illegal. To my immigrant brothers and sisters, to my Latino brothers and sisters, and Latinx brothers and sisters, no one can tell you where you could be or where you can't be. You are a human being. You have a right to live here on earth. Let me hear you say, all power to the people. All power to the people. To my black brothers and sisters, those of us, I myself, I'm a survivor of one of the longest holocausts in this country. The Black Holocaust, known as the Mar-a-Lago. So I know what genocide looks like. I know what ethnic cleansing looks like. What ICE has been doing across the country is genocide and ethnic cleansing. you wage a war with the color of their skin. It's their official uniform. You want to tell you, Donald Trump? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. You have got to go. You have got to go. Hell no. Hell no. You have got to go. You have got to go. Danger, danger, there's a pedophile in the White House. Danger, danger, there's a pedophile in the White House. It's up to us to get him out. It's up to us to get him out. Get Trump out of office. Get Trump out of office. We also want you to know that impeachment is a form of revolution. The voting process is a form of revolution. We're dealing with the ballot right now. But that don't mean we can't return to 1676. I didn't say 1776. I said 1676, which is the Bacon Rebellion, where black slaves and white slaves got together to fight the ruling class. Well, they created racism there. Racism, no such thing as race existed before then. So we, the people, show that. When we come together as the people, we put our differences aside. Black people, brown people, red people, yellow people, white people. LGBTQIA, women, everybody, all of us, because we are the people. Let me hear you say, we are the people. We are the people. We are the people. We are the people. The people united can never be defeated. 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 Trump must go now. 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 No more pedophiles in the White House. No more pedophiles in the White House. No more pedophiles. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. And that's the most important thing. We don't just want Trump gone. Stephen Miller's disgusting ass has to go. Banks has to go. Johnson has to go. People he appointed, everybody has to go. The impeachment process also doesn't have a limit. It means him and his entire cabinet has to go. All of them. All of them gone. All of them gone. Impeach Donald Trump. 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 Impeach Trump's cabinet. Impeach Trump's cabinet. Impeach Trump's cabinet. Impeach Stephen Miller. Impeach Stephen Miller. Impeach Mike Johnson. Impeach Mike Johnson. Remove all of them. Remove them all. Impeach them all. Remove them all. Remove them all. All power to the people. 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 Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Whose streets? Our streets. 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 When immigrant lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. When immigrant lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. When women's lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. LGBTQIA lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. Black lives are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. Human rights are under attack, what we gonna do? Stand up, fight back. All power to the people. 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 Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no street. Whose street? Our 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 street. Whose street? Whose street? Whose street?
All power to the people. All power to the people.
Right now, there's a revolutionary action in the valley.
Because I can't. What do you mean? I have the live stream. You say you're leaving with Dave?
Yeah, trying with the
I can't. I don't need it. Go on, man. Yeah, that's all power to the people.
Black power for black people. Yellow for black people. Brown power for brown people. Red power for red people. Yellow power for yellow people. White power for white people. Power for immigrants. Women power for women. Workers of the world unite. Oh,
Our streets.
Who's free?
Our streets.
Who's free?
Our streets.
Who's streets?
Our streets.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. No KKK, no fascist USA. Say what? Nothing. No KKK, no fascist USA. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Nazis. No Nazis. No KKK, no fascist USA. No Nazis. No KKK, no fascist USA. Move streets. Our streets. Move streets.
Our streets.
Move streets.
Our streets.
Move streets.
Our streets.
Trump must go now.
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 Impeach Donald Trump.
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 Danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
It's up to us to get him out.
It's up to us to get him out.
Danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a fascist in the White House.
That's
It's up to us to get him out.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Trump must go now.
There's a fascist in the White House.
Danger, danger, there's a fascist in the White House. It's up to us to get him out.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now.
Trump must go now. Trump must go now. Who's streets? Who's streets? All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. Ain't no power like the power. Ain't no power like the power. Say what? Ain't no power like the power.
Stopping. Remember that? Full straight! Full straight! Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Trump must go now! Full straight! Full straight! It's up to us. But I took some photos.
I know. I'm seeing.
I don't know where did I do that?
Maybe back there. It's not in the bag.
Come
In the second bag.
I think I left it on in the backpack.
Okay. Do you still have the second battery that I gave you for this? Because you might need it soon.
I mean, I cannot make any more truck with this camera. Any more video. I do have enough.
I'm gonna still get this deal.
But I live. I mean, I need to take.
Yeah, I know.
She's gonna get shot. That's gonna be here. All the groups that happen.
Camera died.
I don't know if it died, but I just have a water bottle on it and it turned off. So it died.
We can't understand that. They ain't making murder.
Don't take video. There's only 4 minutes. Take pictures. Yeah.
It's a good turnout, guys. More people showed up.
Imagine if people did this every day out here. Ready to get up there and take it? Yeah, dude. That thing sucks. That thing sucks, man.
I'm listening.
Fucking hate you.
I mean,
He's a popular guy.
Bro, trying to use that shit in Minneapolis when it's negative degrees and your fingers are fucking cold and you keep having it sucks.
I can't believe it can happen.
I know. It happens. It's a long day, man.
Why did they bring their bikes like a bunch of bitches?
I have no idea. So they can bike away.
I want to know what a bitch looks like. It's that one right there with the mask. That's a bitch if I've ever seen one.
Maybe he's got COVID.
That's a bitch if I've ever seen one.
Check in with your soul.
Police. How
He gets the shots like that way with the sun.
rejecting election results, using fear to gain power, using military on civilians, ignoring due process, replacing science with ideology, appointing incompetent losers, normalizing political violence. Use your voice.
You're incredible. You're incredible.
Hey,
What's up, dude?
I'm having a great
Look at that view behind you, man.
Yeah, fucking rich people though.
Thanks for doing like a translation for like saying. I don't doubt that like a majority of people. Are we rallying soon?
No,
Oh,
thank you.
all right, sounds good. I'll keep the live going.
Trying to make a dollar out of money. We just want to say thank you for your service. You're looking awfully good today. We want to thank you for leaving.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to be careful and cut out that music next time it comes on, especially if they're talking about Pac. That's gonna get us. That's gonna get us copyright for sure.
I offered this to one of those officers, they would take it. Or do you think they would just look at me?
They probably just look at you.
Still for oil! No more war on foreign soil!
What?
No more blood! Still for oil! No more war on foreign soil! No more blood! Still for oil! No more war on foreign soil! No more blood! Still for oil! No more war on foreign soil! No more blood! Still for oil! Still for oil! No more war
Oh,
on
damn.
Get some what?
Sleep, dude. You good?
These guys are just for profit. Oh yeah, we got a thumbs up.
Good about it.
Yeah.
I feel pretty good about the Black Panthers here. with AR-15s across the water from Mar-a-Lago.
Fuck
And
yeah.
everybody dance to the old school hip hop.
Hell yeah. Amazing day, man.
Oh yeah.
You believe? Stupid shit. You don't know. Oh, that was Chicago. You did. Jose's deleted my footage to make room for his own. You took that picture.
That's a good picture, bro.
You took that picture. Of course, you say it's a good picture. You took it. Oh, that's all like behind the scenes stuff. I'm not gonna use.
Why not?
Some of it I have. Like that stuff I've used. Yeah. But like, there's stuff where we're all just like cutting up the whole. Yeah. That's right.
I know.
I do, but people can't be in this. Not all these cops love Trump, I promise you. Go easy on them. They're being cool to us. They're helping us make this happen and make it safe. I get.
Nice West Palm Beach police officers for staying in shape. I want to say thank you, all the women.
You guys are handsome as fuck. I'll give you that.
Thank you.
Listen, I wanted to give a little speech. If we could get the flag, if you don't mind moving that way, just because I got some people filming. Where's Chance at?
I'm right here.
Does that work?
Right in front of you.
Yeah, we're gonna try and get some shit to go viral, because that's a big part of what this is all about. I would love to have 2,000 people here. I'd love to have 10,000. I'd love to have 1 million, and then we just go, right the end of this story. But here we are. And this is a big, beautiful crowd. I'm super grateful for you. Thank you for being here. Is this up all the way, Steven?
Yeah, I'm doing here. Can somebody
No, it's good. It's good.
Somebody hold this flag for me, please. Thank you.
When I say, and I don't want to blast you guys, but when I say I'd like to turn that speaker around and play a song by my good friend Ice Cube called Arrest the President. In fact, I think we have enough law enforcement here today that we could arrest the president if you guys are willing. Because when we say that he raped children, it's not proverbial, it's not hyperbole. He literally raped children. There are documents saying that he raped children. There are court documents. I have them with me if anybody wants to see them, about him being a co-defendant in a court case with Jeffrey Epstein for raping a child. And that's one example. That's one example. Listen, let me, don't yell at me. Let me just get through it, please. I love your help. It makes it better, but let me just, Melania just released a terrible movie that nobody watched. It was not a porn, for the record. But the guy, the director or producer or whatever, the guy she made it with is in the fucking Epstein files. And they knew, hey, this guy's in the Epstein files. We should make a fucking movie with him. Howard Lutnick is the current secretary. Listen, current secretary of commerce. He's in the Epstein files. This guy was interviewed and he said to the news, he said, I met Epstein one time and he had a massage table and it was creepy and I never talked to him again. I don't want to talk to that monster. And then the Epstein files came out and Howard Lutnick is emailing Jeffrey Epstein saying, hey man, can I come to your island on Saturday? I'm here with my family. And then, listen, and then in the email, he says, I'm with my kids, 4 kids, and he lists their ages. Howard Lutnick says, I'm going to go to the most famous pedophile on Earth's island, and I'm going to let him know my kids are with me, and I'm going to let him know their fucking ages. If he was in any other real country in this fucking world, he wouldn't have a job. Every other official in every other country that did creepy shit like that lost their fucking job. Donald Trump didn't say shit about Howard Lutnick. You know why? Because they're protecting each other because they're fucking child rapists. Donald Trump is a child rapist. And Donnie, if you don't like it, sue me, bitch. I dare you. Let's go to court, you obese, kid fucking shit diaper, dirty cankle pedophile. Let's go to court and you sue me for defamation for calling you a fucking child rapist. Sue me. I dare you, Donnie, because I want to go to court and I want to subpoena all this shit for my court case. And let's see all these documents. Let's finally show these documents to the American people so we can get your nasty, dying ass out of our fucking White House. And at this time, I would like to dedicate this song to Donald Trump. Let's turn this around.
Fuck Donald Trump!
I want you to sing along, and I want you to dance your heart out. This song is by Ice Cube, and it's called Arrest the President. Listen here. Oh. Hey, Mr. DJ.
Hey, no.
Come here.
Hold the flag. Hold the flag. All right, thank you.
Jail, but he's always belongs. Panther Party!
Donald Trump!
I'm gonna go through and save the.
Give it up for my friend Carlos Alvarez Arano. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. First, I want to talk to the very large law enforcement presence. We are not your enemies. We are Americans. We are here. We are worried about the future of the nation that we love. There is nothing we can do but to express ourselves, and we appreciate you guys letting us do that. We want to make sure you go home to your wives and your husbands. You are not our enemies. We are all American. So thank you for your service to this community. Thank you for your service to this nation. And please know that when the going gets tough, we're all in this together. All right. So we just want you to know that. And I know you guys are inconvenienced by us, but democracy is inconvenient.
Yeah.
Democracy is not supposed to be we all fucking agree with each other. That is exactly the opposite of what democracy is. What Donald Trump wants is for us to all agree with him. That he can steal billions of our dollars or give government contracts to companies that are run by political consultants that opened 8 days earlier and they get $144 million from ICE. That's what they want. They want to steal our money. Money that should go to pensions for teachers, pensions for workers, so that people can retire with dignity and not have to fucking work every day of their fucking lives just to scrape together while living under a mountain of crushing debt in a house that's owned by a bank that they have to do a reverse mortgage on because they have to fucking sell it back in order to retire with dignity. That is not the America we are seeking. We are seeking dignity, and we're using our courage to achieve it. And I just want to take a moment to celebrate, because I know we're here and we're angry. But I want to take a moment to tell you that we are not just building a movement to oppose Donald Trump. We are building the architecture to defeat the oligarchy that lives right fucking over there. Because right now, as I speak, 8 human beings, 8, have as much wealth as 4 billion human beings. Let me say that again. 8 human beings have as much money as the bottom half of humanity. And if you think Donald Trump is the problem, he is not the problem. Donald Trump is a symptom of a disease. And everybody here, all of you, me, Cliff, and even the law enforcement officers, all of us are on the wrong side.
That's right.
We are getting screwed by a system that says that 8 people can have as much money as half of humanity, and that we're going to defend them with guns.
That's right. Right.
While the angry ones that are saying what the fuck is going on are having those guns pointed at them.
Right.
So I am very proud. I am particularly proud that my friend Dr. Ali Muhammad, the national leader of the Revolutionary Black Panther Party, has accepted our invitation to join us today. Because the legacy of the Panthers, if you don't know Dr. Ali, his parents were both Panthers. He's a Panther Cub on both sides. He makes me proud to be an American. Because every time I call him and I ask him for some ridiculous thing, like, hey, do you want to go to Mar-a-Lago? He says, you know what? I'm in. And next weekend, we're going to be in Tennessee. Because they're lynching Black people in this country. It has never stopped. And we treat it like it's happening now, and it happened then, but there was nothing in the middle. Guess what? It has never stopped. What we are experiencing now is what Black people have experienced in this country since the beginning of fucking time. And not only that, The version we're getting now is the one that you can record on your phone and they get to keep their jobs. Imagine what was going on before there were fucking cameras. And then try to build inside yourself a structure of empathy that can cover the breadth of that violence. Just imagine it. Now, I am a first-generation immigrant from the Dominican Republic. I am very proud to be Dominican. I am very proud to represent my people. I am very proud to come to this country and bring my culture with me. And one of the things that I reflect on as we're here is the power of culture. Because I come from a country of 10 million people. But we are a cultural superpower. Because every city in every country on earth dances our music and eats our food every day. That culture is the product of 400 years of suffering together. And when we suffer, we develop culture. When Black Americans suffer, they deliver what we call American culture. Because most American culture is the product of Black and Native suffering. So here's the challenge. White people, whenever they've suffered, and you think about the Revolutionary War or the Civil War or World War II, after they suffered, rather than turning inward and saying, we're going to build a culture to socialize our pain in a healthy way, what they've done is subjugate other people to make themselves feel better about themselves and build big shit. Economic, you think of the interstate system or the railroad or whatever. And let me tell you something. White people right now, for the first time in their history, are suffering. And they can't turn to economics because Donald Trump has destroyed the fucking economy. Somebody's like a gasoline engine. You feel good, but it produces pollution. What you need to do is to start working with each other to build a culture that is native to your pain so that you don't have to steal ours, and so that when Bad Bunny sings at the Super Bowl, rather than resenting it, you can say, you know what? I'm not going to hate on joy. I'm going to join it. Because we are in a moment where the only thing that can get us out of the mess that we've put ourselves in is love. It is the only force on earth. The power to love one another. No human being would exist without a mother's love. No responsible person can grow up without the example of men who are responsible to that person and who show them love. And we are here because we're angry, because we love our country. The source of our anger is our love. And so at the people who are trying to steal it from us, I just want to remind all of you, it is not left versus right. It is not black versus white. It is not black versus brown. Poor people have as much wealth as 4 billion people. And until we solve that problem, we are going to get symptoms like Donald Trump. So my message to all of you, including the law enforcement officers who are here, is wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up. We are better than this. We must be better than Donald Trump. This is the country of Martin Luther King. This is the country that delivered the spectacle that is modern global film and art and music. We're the country of Bruce Springsteen. And we're dealing with a guy who literally spray paints his face orange every day. He literally goes to a fucking mirror. And by the way, we have insider info. It takes 25 minutes for the makeup and an hour and a half for the hair.
So we have a guy that works for 2 hours a day. Kidding me? So the nice thing about Donald Trump, the only good thing about Donald Trump, is that he looks as ridiculous as he is. And he's a reminder of how ridiculous we've become or allowed our nation to become. But let me tell you something. A nation of Kim Kardashian that celebrates Kim Kardashian elects Donald Trump. Of course it does. So we need to be better than this because we need to get out from under the fucking weight of white supremacy and say, you know what? We're going to build a culture and a future together. And when we do it, it's going to be grounded in love and in joy and in the aspirations we have for each other and for our children. So I just want to tell you all that I love you very much. Thank you for accepting this invitation. I want to take a moment to celebrate my brother Cliff, who has been with me in this fight from the very beginning. I want to thank every local activist who every time we show up, they get a little angry at us because they think we're going to colonize their protests. But the reality is that when we show up, we're here to elevate what you're doing because the local activists in this country are earning it every single fucking day. And I want to be clear. We can't raise any money. I was reading Saul Alinsky did my job during the civil rights movement, and Saul Alinsky couldn't raise money either. We can't raise money. We are all broke, including the cops. We're all broke, right? And the fact that we're broke together tells us exactly what the condition is. We're all in love with our country, trying to fix it, and we have no resources to do that. So my challenge to all of you is we have to break this system so that we can get the resources we need and we can get the commitments we need and the crowds we need to put an end to this for once and for all. Because the reality is, they're fucking people. I don't care how talented you are. If 1 million people show up at the White House, there's a fucking problem. And I want to create a fucking problem for Donald Trump. So I invite each and every one of you to find more people, to get more commitments, to find us the resources. I don't know if everybody knows this. I called for the first National Day of Protest, and then I called for the second. That second one became the first No Kings protest. Between them, I called for the boycott of Tesla, and Elon Musk tweeted that I'm evil. Let me tell you something. I'm a kid from the Dominican Republic. I have done everything we've done. We've raised less than $100,000. If anybody here thinks that one person can't make a fucking difference, explain to me how the fuck I started a movement that has now grown to be the largest protest movement in American history. So please join us. Please continue to do what you're doing. We will win this fight because he's fucking old and he's dying. But when he leaves, remember, he is a symptom. The disease is with us. Every time we celebrate the wrong thing, every time we forget our values, every time we forget who we are, we strengthen those who are trying to steal it from us. Democracy is a challenge, and we need to accept the challenge, and we need to wake the fuck up and deliver this country from this evil to a better tomorrow. So thank you all. Thank you for joining us here. And fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Give Carlos another round of applause. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. All power to the people. All power to the people. Donald Trump, we want you to know that we, the people, are here. The people that you want to divide. Black people are here. White people are here. Brown people are here. Women are here. LGBTQIA is here. Immigrants are here. We are here. Who's here? We are here.
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 All power to the people.
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 Black power for black people.
Black power for black people.
Brown power for brown people.
Brown power for brown people.
Red power for red people.
Red power for red people.
Yellow power for yellow people.
Yellow power for yellow people.
White power for white people.
White power for white people.
Immigrant power for immigrants.
Immigrant power for immigrants.
Women power for women.
Women power for women.
And proletariat power to the proletariat.
Proletariat power to the proletariat.
Workers of the world unite.
Workers of the world unite.
So very, very happy to be here. This is a very important thing that we are doing. Of course, I didn't think when I left Chicago that I'll be coming to Mar-a-Lago. But my brother Carlos, he's a very innovative revolutionary, and I love him. And like he said, that love is a very powerful thing. Love and unity and solidarity is the way we'll be victorious. All power to the people.
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 Here's an important message I want to state about MAGA and what makes it one of the most notorious and dangerous regimes ever. See, MAGA is unique. MAGA is, at the top of it, it's a combination of every rabid, racist, actual facet of white supremacy. You have the religious right wing, you have the xenophobic anti-immigrant, you have the QAnon leftovers, and you have the whole gamut of them. Then you have some of the rogue elements in law enforcement, like Back the Blue and the Blue Lives Matter crew and the people he released from January 6th combined with them that slipped into ICE and wear the mask so we don't know they're January 6th. Some have come out publicly, like the one who said kill the police in DC, and he's a big time ICE agent. Then you have the other segment of them where they have the executive branch, the legislative, they have the courts, they have all of it. But there was always one element that they used to even fight with. That was the actual noticeable oligarchs and bourgeoisie. So now they have Bezos. Now they have Zuckerberg. Now they have Musk. So that is what makes them dangerous, because now they have this entire conglomerate amongst them. So that's what makes them dangerous. But we don't care about danger. Yeah, danger. There's a fascist in the White House. Danger.
There's a fascist in the White House.
It's up to us to get him out.
It's up to us to get him out.
And to my immigrant brothers and sisters, I want to say this. We have a chant in the Black Panther tradition where we say, no more brothers in jail. You know, we used to say off the pigs, stuff like that. But I got something that I added to this for the value of this, right? So when I say it, I want y'all to say, we're going to start off and say fuck ICE, then we're going to say fuck Trump, and everybody's good with that, right? Okay, so let's go. No more immigrants detained. Fuck ICE. ICE is going to catch hell. No more ICE in our community.
Fuck ICE.
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 No more fascism. Fuck Trump. Trump is going to catch hell. And before y'all say I'm threatening him, I'm not threatening him. So let's be clear. The hell he's going to catch is an impeachment. I'm not a terrorist. I'm not inciting any terrorism. And so ain't inciting a riot. But as a matter of fact, because I had to say that, triple fuck Donald Trump. 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 Trump is a terrorist. Trump is an extremist. Trump is a pedophile. Trump is a racist. Trump is a sexist. Trump is a fascist. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. And as stated earlier, this is the threshold of International Women's Day. So for the women in the audience, give yourselves a round of applause for being here. And let me hear you say women power. Women power. Women power. Women power. No one controls your body. Your body is yours. Women power. Yes, indeed. We have a fascist who wants to tell women what they can do with their body. And there must be autonomy over the body of women. Women must have autonomy of their own bodies. All power to the people. All power to the people. According to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, it states that all people have a right to love each other, marry each other, be involved with each other. No one has a right to tell our LGBTQIA brothers and sisters who they can be with. You have a right to love yourself. All power to the people. All power to the people. And I always say this, why are you in people's bedroom anyways? I'm only concerned with who I'm involved with. Why are you in people's bedroom? All power to the people. But I guess if you was on Epstein Island, you'd be concerned what goes on in the bedroom because they do some sick things to children. And the real pedos we see is MAGA. As a matter of fact, the majority of the stories you hear of these pedos, they come out of MAGA. Come straight out. Is Trump LGBTQIA? No. But he's a pedophile. But they like to throw that on our brothers and sisters to do foolishness and propaganda. All power to the people. All power to the people. All power to the people. And all power to the people. And as Carlos stated earlier, what a lot of people are experiencing is what, unfortunately, my ancestors and my people, as one of the survivors of one of the longest Holocausts in America, the Black Holocaust of Ma'afa, have experienced, like what they did to Renee Good. We were in Florida. I remember a couple years back, this is in South Florida. I actually live in South Florida, by the way. So when they start saying people coming from someplace else, I actually grew up most of my childhood in South Florida. They know me from being in Chicago, but I'm still a Floridian at heart. I still got my Florida concealed weapons permit too, but even though you don't need it anymore, I still got that too. And when I had that, I remember, this is kind of off topic, I started actually helping people get on. I don't want to call them weirdos, but all the right wing, they looked at me like I went to Army out of Island. At me like it was bikers, and I could see some people were like, you know, they were like, I'm just here to get my that was basic pistol, and I went to rifle. But not to get off topic, but the point is that I still got my stuff. But going back to what I wanted to say and state, it is very important that we understand solidarity. In the 60s, we started a Rainbow Coalition of the People, a Human Rainbow Coalition. So we've come into unity with American opposition. We've come in unity with Sons of Liberty, and this is a part of a new People's Rainbow Coalition. All power to the people. 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 And in this, we also have the Brown Berets and the Autonomous Brown Berets, the other groups that are coming on board, because ain't no power like the power of the people. Because the power of the people, what? Don't stop. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Now we're here for impeachment too. So it's say impeach Donald Trump. 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 And when we say impeachment, we're not just talking about you, old orange man. And now that I see you should civil officers of the United States to be removed from office, right? Remove them all. Impeachment, here are some of the reasons. It includes convictions of treason, bribery, or other high crimes and misdemeanors, and they got all of that and much more. What ICE has been doing is some of the worst violations, constitutional right violations, human right violations, civil right and just damn violations. Yeah. Let me tell you something. Being that most people know me from being in Chicago, but being raised in the South most of my early life, I'm not gonna lie, every time I went to Broadview and they start doing that illegal stuff in them, you're not gonna unlawfully shoot me. Meaning that I'm not a criminal, I'm not a felon, I'm not a threat, none of that stuff. But the reason why we're armed is because in the 60s and I'm saying the Panther Party, in the 60s and 70s, and in the 50s really, when protesters marched, they got dogs sucked on them, they got beaten with nightsticks and so many times I just clenched my teeth when they came out there and pepperball people and abused people. Let me tell you something, and I don't mean to say this like this, but I wish a motherfucker would pepperball me when I'm armed. If I'm gonna shoot the fuck back in self-defense, I have a right to do that. If I'm not committing a crime, I have a right to protest. I have a right to march. I have a right to, only if I'm wrong, then I'll accept the consequences for my wrong. And that means I came to do civil unrest. So I'm not obviously gonna be armed, and I'm gonna actually obey the situation and circumstances, and somebody will bail me out. But if I came to stand on my rights and I'm armed and you pepperball me, I'm gonna bullet ball your ass in self-defense. All power to the people. 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 Bullet balls is 223s or whatever you want to deal with, 40 cal, or whatever you want to deal with in self-defense if you come like that. But let me not get off point. So the whole point and bottom line is the president and the vice president and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed. That's what we're talking about. Removing not only Orange, but removing Vance, Miller. Miller is one of the most disgusting motherfuckers in human history. Is Stephen Miller disgusting? Yes. Is he disgusting? Yes. Totally disgusting. One of the most vile scums that ever existed on this planet Earth. And old Orange is nothing more, like Carlos said, he's a puppet. But what it is that Trump is like Hitler. You know, Hitler didn't start the problem, but he amplified the problem, right? But one thing that we all got to remember what Adolf Hitler said, he said that the racism in America was too racist for him. I don't know how many know the history. He said the racism there was too racist. But it was Madison Grant's book, The Passing of the Great Race. He's the father of anti-immigration laws in America that Hitler said was his Bible. Now John Tanton becomes the modern day bastard who created the whole concept of the so-called great replacement theory and all of that. So this is the thinking they come from. So what makes MAGA worse is because it deals with the Confederacy thinking, the Ku Klux Klan thinking, and the Nazi thinking. And if you notice, they traded in most of their swastikas and their Klan images for a damn MAGA flag. And for, you know, the MAGA hat. So it's the same idea, just a different toilet that they got this shit on. All power to the people. All power to the people. So what I'm going to be doing nationwide, I'm helping to organize young people mobilize, drill the vote to get from the block to the ballot box. Let me hear y'all say from the block to the ballot box. To the ballot box. Drill the vote. 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 Let me explain to you why this is important. Because we heard a part of their stealing or trying to steal the midterms is actually posting ICE agents up in the area to restrict people from voting. But we want you to know, of course, you know you can't be armed at polling stations. Socialists and revolutionaries and others, they came to disarm. So a lot of times, people who think on the left bench. And I stated earlier, according to international law, we have a human right to be armed. It is the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Article 3 states has a right to life, liberty, and security of person. So you
Oh man, I'm trying to get this thing to. I'll try to
have
refresh
a
it again.
human right to bear arms. That is all of us. So don't be afraid of a firearm. It's no more dangerous than you are. For those, I mean, if you don't want it, that's fine. But I tell people all the time, even roses have thorns.
Yeah.
Even roses have thorns. And I was that kills germs. So it's nothing wrong for protecting and defending yourself. It's not what you do, it's how you do it. And it's not the gun that kills, it's crazy people with the gun who kill. And I've been seeing crazy people who actually go to the academy and get a badge and be doing some of that killing too. But what I want to say is this in my closing. As Carlos mentioned, what a lot of people are experiencing is what Black people have experienced a long time. What I was saying about Fort Lauderdale. So I remember, no, it wasn't Fort Lauderdale. It was here in West Palm Beach, a 17-year-old high school student. This was a couple years back. He was in his vehicle, and it was a Palm Beach County Sheriff officer who got in front of the vehicle and shot him in his head and shot him dead. When I saw what happened to Renee Good, it reminded me of that because back then I was out here I was younger then, but out here protesting. And not only that, you know, in Palm Beach, I want you all to remember to never forget something known as the Sticks. The Sticks was a community of Black people that actually built out here on the beach. And what Flagler did is see people that worked from there and they burnt it down, and now they took all of this. Yeah, that's the history. Yeah, right here. I'm going to say is Kyle Basanga was found hanging from a tree February 18, 2026 in Marietta, Georgia. So I've been covering that. And when I go to Atlanta, I'm going to leave and go to Atlanta soon to finish that. But also that same day, Daquan Johnson was on his bicycle, harassed and stopped, thrown on the ground, beaten. A police dog mauled his face, and they shot him 4 times and killed him. Then it didn't stop there. Then Jarris Jones, 16 years old, shopping in Walmart, was harassed by an Osceola County police officer and murdered in Walmart. A child. So fascism has no limits. Racism has no limits. But we're going to impeach this motherfucker out. Say, impeach Donald Trump.
Impeach Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump. Fuck Donald Trump.
Fuck Donald Trump.
Power to the people.
Power to the people.
Y'all, love y'all.
Hello, everyone. Ariane Betancourt here again. Every Sunday, outside of Alligator Alcatraz, the Worker Circle and Interfaith the groups hold vigils in support of family members of detainees and also to share resources and to bring a little peace. So all of you that are here, we need this energy at the vigils. We need more people at the vigils bringing attention to the matter, making noise. Most people believe that Alligator Alcatraz is shut down, and that is not true. And if there's one thing that we have to get done is to shut it down completely. We have to shut down Alligator Alcatraz and every other made-up detention center that they have put up in the United States in the last year. We need to shut it down. We need to make noise. We need to come together. We need to do our part. Showing up matters. Representation matters. And I'm a believer that the children of immigrants are going to be the ones saving the American dream. That is who it's going to be. The children of immigrants. And this guy back there, he needs to know that the court of public opinion has spoken and nobody likes him. We want him out. And it is not enough to share a post on Facebook and to say, fuck Donald Trump. You need to go to the people in power. You need to make sure your voice is heard. Go to your local offices. Go to Congress. Make noise. Make sure that people in power are doing their jobs. Hold them accountable. Go to your congressman's office, your senators, and say, go and do a site check at Alligator Alcatraz, at the Chrome Detention Center. Follow up on what people are saying. Human rights are being violated, but you know what? All of us here are bearing witness to what this country is doing to people of color and what they have always done to people of color. So thank you to everyone here, and I hope to see you Sunday at the vigil.
I'll be there. You don't have a ride on the teammate. Hey, we're gonna wrap this up. But I just wanted to say one thing real quick. I know they're having a hard time finding the Epstein files. I actually brought them with me. I'm happy to give them to law enforcement. I have the Epstein files. You can take these to Donald Trump. I want to just show you guys a couple of the things in the Epstein files. You may have heard of this. This is the birthday note that Donald Trump told us wasn't real, and he didn't write it. And then the Epstein estate, the family of the supposedly dead Epstein, produced the book of handwritten letters of all of Epstein's co-child raping best buddies. And this was in there. So unless Nancy Pelosi got in a fucking time machine and went back to the early 90s and planted this and signed Donald Trump's signature perfectly, then he fucking lied about it. He lied about enigmas never aging. And he lied about drawing a prepubescent girl on a piece of paper to give to his best fucking friend, Jeffrey Epstein. This shit's real because he's a fucking child rapist. I want to read you one other thing. This is a court document. Anybody can find this online. This says Katie Johnson versus Donald J. Trump and Jeffrey E. Epstein. Okay? This is a lawsuit. Complaint for claim relief due to sexual abuse under threat or harm, conspiracy to deprive civil rights. They raped this girl together. She brought a lawsuit. Her testimony to the FBI 4 different fucking times is part of what they used to put Ghislaine Maxwell in prison. This girl that Donald Trump fucking raped, this testimony put Ghislaine Maxwell in prison. I know you're doing your job, but I'm telling you, that man over there fucking raped children.
Yeah. He's still raping them.
I got the whole Epstein files. Let me see what else I got. Here we go. I got a couple quotes. Here's one. I've known Jeff for 15 years. Terrific guy. He's a lot of fun to be with. It is even said that he likes beautiful, quote, women as much as I do. And many of them are on the younger side. How young, Donnie? How young, Donnie? He said his best friend, Jeffrey Epstein, likes young girls because he knows that he's a pedophile. And I got one more thing I want to show y'all. I'm trying to get to it. Hold on, Donnie. Let me do this, Donnie.
Just so many. How would you like it? That was your baby.
Hold on. This is the last one. This is the showstopper. Okay? This is scandalous. Not a lot of people have seen this. This is Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin dressed up in leather bondage after Vladimir Putin destroyed his asshole for hours. Because he's not just a tit fucker and a child rapist, he's a fucking Russian asset. And anybody that doesn't think he is an imbecile. He's also on the take for Israel. I didn't vote for Benjamin Netanyahu. I didn't vote for Vladimir Putin. Fuck that. Impeach this piece of shit. All right. We gotta go. We're gonna march back to the buses, and we're gonna go back to Respectable Street. If you're a VIP or a volunteer or an organizer, I'm gonna buy you pizza. No pizza for Nazis. And we're gonna drink some liquor, and maybe then we'll go somewhere else. Thank y'all for being here. If you drove here, you can drive back. If you didn't drive here, walk back to the buses and get on the buses. You want to sing a song right now? Jessica's going to sing a song while we pack up.
While you pack up, I'm going to sing one of my favorite songs to sing in DC.
Y'all can sing with me? Yes. Hey, Donald.
All right, we're gonna watch a little bit more Cliff Cash while I try to find out what's going on with this live stream. Check this on out. We'll be right back with the live stream. And in the meantime, a little bit more Cliff Cash, our exclusive interview. And what he had to tell us about the streets of Mar-a-Lago. The streets of Mar-a-Lago. We'll find out what he had to tell us about it. All right, here we go. We're gonna watch this exclusive interview with Closer to the Edge podcast with Cliff Cash.
Editing. If I'm doing video, all of a sudden it becomes something that I have to do fervently, right? So it sounds like that's just the artist side of you. Interesting. I had no idea. Now, Brooke, if you got anything to ask, let me know, because
I do have a question, just follow up question. For Cliff, does it help you rejuvenate, I imagine, when you're able to get out into those places, into those national forests, and just take those photos? Does that help you, I would imagine, in your comedy work?
Yeah, 100%. It's, I used to do just that. It used to be, years ago, it was like, I'm either performing or I'm out in some nature. And, when I'm on a tour for 5 months, you just can't line up a show every single night. And if you could, you'd wear yourself out. But so there were sometimes like, occasionally I would have 10 days where I didn't have a show, and I would go to the closest national forest. And I remember one time I camped at the base of Mount Rainier for 10 days at a free campsite right beside a rushing creek. And it also just had like perfect cell signal, which was rare. So at night, I would just be laying in my tent listening to the creek, and I'd be like scrolling through social media or whatever. But nowadays, in between shows, I'm often running a protest or doing some sort of activism, which is obviously a lot less fun and a lot less peaceful. But that's what this moment requires of me. And so I'm not getting to do that as much as I would like to, and as much as I used to. But I'm trying to find some quiet moments to take care of my mental health. A couple of days ago, I ate some mushroom chocolates and went to a butterfly sanctuary. So
that'll do it.
Gave me a nice little mental reset.
That'll do it every time.
You're touring in Florida right now, is that correct? Cash, you're in Miami. How's the tour been going? I understand there's been some lows and some highs.
It's been good. The first 2 shows were sold out. I did a last minute show at a gay bar, and we had, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60 people last minute, like 2 days notice. And it was, it was magic. For whatever reason, it was just like perfect crowd, the perfect energy. One of those shows that I wish I had recorded. Really, really dynamite show that night. And then I had a show last night in West Palm Beach. Again, we threw it together last minute, and we had like 60.
Nice.
So I would have liked it to have been sold out, but when you plan a show 3 or 4 days in advance, getting 60 people out is flattering, honestly. 3 years ago or so, I would have just been thrilled to have 60 people out if I announced it 6 months in advance. So I've got some loyal followers and fans, and I'm really grateful for them. And I've got a show tonight in Miami, and it's not sold out yet, but I'm hoping for the same, that we get that like at least get 50, 60 people out.
Now, it sounds to me, or it looks to me, as I've been following what I can see on YouTube, websites, like that 3-year span has been a glow up for you, man. Like you've been blowing up. And I don't know if it's just because of the activism or just because you've been so poignant on your comedy about cankles and this administration. But either way, well deserved, absolutely so. Let me ask you this though. You said activism, the protest, is what the moment happens to deserve. It's what's called for. Speaking of that moment, yesterday, when the canked one decided to write this off the wall, ridiculous post on Live Central saying, I want all the military to go to war-torn Portland, war-ravaged Portland. I said to myself, tomorrow I'm going to be talking to Cliff Cash. And I wish he had the megaphone with him that he brings with him to these places, because I want to know what you have to say about that. Enlighten me, sir. What the hell did that, like, what went through your mind when you saw that bullshit?
Well, oddly enough, I performed in Donald Trump's town last night. I mean, Mar-a-Lago is in West Palm, and that's where I was last night. And nothing against the people of West Palm by any means. It's a very nice little downtown, and I'm sure a lot of wonderful people there. But I was actually pretty shocked at the number of homeless people that I saw in downtown West Palm Beach. And I thought, man, Donald Trump probably needs to get the Army National Guard out here where he fucking lives. And I obviously, because I'm a decent human being, or a human being at all, I don't support rounding up homeless people and treating it like a crime. But if this little neck pussy burgundy cankle wannabe dictator who lives in a castle, you got all that money that you just stole from the American people and more than doubled your net worth, violating the emoluments clause and all sorts of other anti-corruption legislation. You got all that money. Here are these citizens living on the streets, unhoused people, right down the road from your little white trash new money castle. Why don't you help these people? If you're gonna send the National Guard to Chicago or DC or Portland or wherever, LA, because you think that immigration and homelessness are two of the biggest issues, I'm telling you, dog, those are some real big issues right in West Palm. I saw a lot of diversity in West Palm. I thought, man, I bet they're furious about this. All different shades of skin. I bet he gets pissed off every time his driver drives him through the common people's areas.
Outside of his gated castle?
Yeah, and the reality is these people hate cities. That's what it is. They don't hate liberal cities. Those are the only kinds of cities there are.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've seen this meme, they post it all the time, but there are no blue states, just cities. And it's a map, and it shows the blue dots where all the cities are, where people are voting Democrat. And it's like, yeah, now let's reverse it. There are no red states, just unpopulated rural areas without colleges or museums or live music or good food or culture or diversity or education.
Sounds about right.
It's like, look, you can look at it either way, and they talk about these liberal cities are nightmare or blah, blah, blah. Places like San Francisco, homelessness is a huge problem. It's a huge problem. It's an epidemic in a lot of cities. The reason, and it doesn't make it better, but the reason is people want to live in those cities.
Yeah.
They move there because there are museums, there are universities, there are parks and green spaces and mass transit and decent jobs and live music and good food and good bars and breweries and all the things that make people want to live in a city. They move somewhere like Los Angeles or San Francisco or Chicago. And when tons of people live in a place, it drives up real estate values and it prices people out of the market. They can no longer afford, literally, they can't afford to live indoors. Sometimes these people are on drugs. or alcohol, or sometimes they're mentally ill, but a lot of times they're not. A lot of times they're just regular people that just could not make enough money at their job to pay for even the cheapest place in that city. Or they lost their job. They had 1 or 2 bad weeks, and that was enough to make it all fall apart. That shouldn't be happening in this country where we pretend that we're the best country on earth. We're not, but we pretend that we are. And if we're going to pretend that we are, we should walk the walk and not just talk the talk. And we should be taking care of these people. I'm not saying we can just build a house for every homeless person. I mean, we could.
Although we could, right?
It's cheaper than the way we're handling it now. But there are a lot of ways that, it's like help these people with mental health services, help these people with addiction, substance abuse services, have some transitional housing where we say, hey, we're going to give you 6 months to get clean, get a job, get on your feet. We're going to help you. We're going to show you some life skills classes, some tech school type classes. Help people be the kinds of citizens that you want to have in your country, and don't just discard people and ignore people. But all of this stuff that he's doing, I mean, it's a multi-part thing. It's to distract us from the fact that he's a dying pedophile with burgundy cankles and a neck pussy. And it's to start to get the citizens used to military occupation. And he's doing it, obviously LA liberal, Chicago liberal, DC liberal. And then there's that like wild card, Memphis. Well, that's not necessarily liberal. That's a red state. The reason he's doing that in Memphis is because Elon Musk has built these mega computers in Memphis in lower income areas where Black and brown people live. Yep. And he has these illegal methane turbines that are kicking out more methane than 1 million cow farts. And people are breathing this methane, and it's fucking killing them. And people are real pissed off, and that's why he's sending them to Memphis.
It's like 250, 300 times the legal limit of what you're supposed to be producing. And of course, they go to the all Black areas to do it. That's how it's traditionally been done, right? Let me ask. Well, go ahead, Rick.
Speaking of talking the talk, I saw the orange one was talking again recently, and I guess not only just talking, but his executive order about, I guess, Antifa is now a terrorist organization, and I just wanted to get Cliff's thoughts on that. Like, Antifa is not an organization, so is anyone who opposes fascism, or are we all criminals at this point?
Yeah, I guess so, because I am definitely Antifa, and they should send some ICE officers to arrest me. Good luck.
I was thinking of going.
You better send about 30 of them and cross your fucking fingers and your toes.
Facts.
We're going to have a news story on our hands.
I was thinking I'd just go turn myself in and just I have questions and concerns, because I'm wondering if they will, I don't know. I've done some research on fascism, and I'm just completely against it. So that makes me worried I might be breaking the law. And I guess I'd like maybe a permission slip from the police to say that it's okay. Or I don't know. I just have a lot of questions. And I think if a lot of people went to their police stations with these questions, because we got to be safe. We got to make sure we're, it's not civil disobedience, it's civil obedience, So
you heard it here first, people. That's a freaking amazing idea, Rook. I love it.
I was about to say that I think that's a brilliant idea. Nationwide turn yourself in day.
Yep.
If you're an Antifa terrorist, Tuesday, October 1st, whatever it is, we're all going to go to our local police department and turn ourselves in. We heard that being Antifa is illegal now, and we're all giving ourselves up for arrest. So,
at least we're going to find out, we don't want to be caught on the wrong side of this, and we want to make sure we're compliant. So can we get the details? Is there any paperwork we can do? Can we figure it out legally? And not only does that piss them off, gum up the works, but it also makes them have to show the paperwork or the proof or show that there is none, and further prove that, guys, anytime you hear it again, that this is fault. We went there and they don't have it. There's no rules there. Right?
Yeah. And they would have to admit they'd have to admit that they don't want to enforce the executive order. And so it puts them in a real tough spot. But yeah, I mean, if fascism is, if being anti-fascist, you know, one of my questions for the cops is sometimes I see anti-fascist with a dash in the middle. Like, is that the same thing as Antifa? I just want a clarification because I don't want to break the law. It's just, I want to be a good, you know, a citizen and just comply. So I'm just looking for the police's assistance. And if we all go in one at a time, single file, just wait for the next person to come out and then the next person goes in. Oh, you could do it at any police station in the country, and I think, yeah, coordinate it all. And I think it could be a big.
I think it's a brilliant idea, buddy. I might have to run with that.
Please, let's do it. Oh, you don't need to credit me. I don't need the credit. I just want to get the idea out there. So I'm glad it's resonating with you guys because I think it could be good.
I'm taking that back to political drain. I'm taking it back to Sons of Liberty. I think, Cliff, you have a platform. We're taking that. We'll be talking after this. I like it. I really fucking do. Well, the other side of this is these places are overrun with places that are being overrun with military or with fascist police who are willing to do whatever, ICE agents. I'm guessing that there are places where you can go or that you've gone before and done your comedy and it's not a big deal. But when you go now, there's censorship issues. There's maybe, no, I'm sorry, we can't have that here anymore. What has it been like in this new climate of we're going to get rid of Jimmy Kimmel? We're going to get rid of all comedy or all free speech. Can you speak to that? Not only to how it's been affecting you, if it has, but also what you think about that moment that we're in, ungodly moment.
So it is affecting me. I lost my agency. My booking agent dropped me because I made a video on social media about my plans to start the John Brown Hunting Club. And that, you know, Donald Trump is sending these armed ICE people to all these blue cities, but really there's more crime in red states. So I was gonna get members of the John Brown Hunting Club to mobilize nationwide to go to red states and help with the crime. You know, just some of our supporters armed, of course, just like the Proud Boys or Oath Keepers, and we're just gonna come and help. You know, we will have masks on because that's what the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers do, and everybody seems okay with it. So we're going to have assault rifles and faces covered and matching outfits because we want to be cute. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be just like the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, except, you know, we're liberal, and everybody should be okay with it because they seem to be okay with it. So that's what we're doing. And
sounds about right to me, guys.
Well, that's another question you could ask the cops too, right? I like that idea. Maybe get the cops' idea and make sure we're legally compliant because I think it all makes sense.
The idea, the mask thing is perfect. I mean, when is it okay? Now, the mere fact that we can did you order it on Amazon? When you're asking them, the John Brown hunting people to come down, are you making sure they're ordering those outfits on Amazon and they say police on them, like the other Proud Boys and militia people are doing right now, impersonating ICE or ICE on it maybe?
Yeah, and I think that's another good civil disobedience idea is show up at these ICE detention centers dressed like them and just show that anybody can get this shit off the internet. If 1,000 people show up at ICE headquarters and we all have on ICE outfits and face coverings and our Under Armour t-shirts and whatever, our rebel flag sneakers or whatever it is they're into, like let's all dress like them and show up and be like, hey, I'm ICE too, dog. Where should I? Who do y'all want me to ride with today?
The only problem is that could be impersonating a police officer. So there might be,
it'd be hard to arrest 1,000.
True, very true.
Oh shit!
so much, Just Saying. Well, I think that's it. I don't see any more live coming from. I don't see any more live coming from the Owl Media. I don't see any more live coming from anywhere in the Mar-a-Lago area. So I think we've done all we can. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for the donations, and thank you, Just Saying, for gifting a Political Drain membership for Closer to the Edge podcast, for Closer to the Edge publication, and for Political Drain, Owl Media, all of us. That was done on purpose, guys. That was part of the show. That stand by. I appreciate the concern. That's kind of what that was like a little thing we were doing on the podcast for a while there. Anyway, thanks all. I appreciate everything. We will, if it does come back on, we'll be back on. But I think that's it, man. You guys are the lifeblood of this station, whatever station you're watching this on, and independent media will become very soon, if not already, the lifeblood of this democracy, as our regular media has become the official state propaganda arm. Support your local media, support your independent media. Thank you all for being here. If anything comes back, we'll be back. Today is time to fight. Time to fight is now.